Is it live yet?
Yes.
Yo.
You can tell because that little symbol up in the corner.
Says live.
Yeah. I was looking at the enter broadcast one. Sorry. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Drone Out. Tonight we are joined by my little vegan sausage. Say hello in French if you are a little squirrel.
Bonjour.
There we go. Everyone's favourite curry kitten,
Hello.
the lovely Blue Owl,
Hi.
and our Lord and Master Andrew Stash Frank.
Good evening. I paid for the website, so the website stays up now.
Hey.
God,
Only a month late, it's fine.
and I'm Brian Till I Fly. Hello. Do they still charge us for that extra month, or did we somehow wiggle our way to get a free month?
It's all right. They're fine with it. It's all good.
It done. I don't know whether you want to talk about it, but the weird thing that it did with the taking of the money.
Yeah, I'm still deep in conversation with PayPal at the moment about why they decided to take money out of my own bank account instead of the LDO PayPal account. But
Really?
If
Yeah,
PayPal
so-
know you any bank details, they will just say you've done something we don't like. We're taking money off you.
well, yeah, it's very odd. Basically, it's because everything pays us in dollars, and I tried to pay for something in pounds. And because therefore we didn't have any pounds on the LDO PayPal account, it decided we were broke and it would have to take the money from my personal account.
It's
Nice.
not
No.
far off.
We had all the dollars there.
Normally it was just say, "Oh, I can. You've got a dollar account. Shall I use this exchange rate?" But
It's because I tried, because Wix don't accept paying by PayPal directly. I've used the LDO MasterCard that's connected to the PayPal account.
this is how you run a money laundering operation for dummies. It's not going
I,
very well.
yeah, between LDO, Mini Air Show, and like other projects that I do, PayPal are having to spend a lot of time making sure I'm not money laundering. It's very entertaining.
It's very suspicious. And what is it you do again? I talk about drones every week. Yeah, okay, that seems plausible.
Yeah,
Except we don't talk about drones every week, especially this week. Hands
Oh,
up anybody that's flown anything.
Yes. I flew your
Simulator?
sim. I flew your sim.
Yeah, Sims count. That's good enough for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that as well then.
No.
Is Blue Owl the only person that hasn't done any curry kitten sim?
That's yeah, I'm afraid that's true. It's sad, guys, but this is my plan for at least the beginning of 2021 to kind of make my FPV backpack more city friendly. I don't know how you guys do it when you live in a big city. Yeah, maybe many of you know that I moved to Prague from a small French village, and now I struggle finding places to fly. So yeah, still trying to figure it out.
No car parks.
Yeah, could do that. Although it is problematic that I work with drones as well, so breaking the law is not really an option.
Yeah.
I have too much to lose. So
That's fair.
hmm.
It is fair. And
Yeah.
it's snowing there, isn't it? Because I've
It
got
is.
none here.
Yeah, it is almost every day. So it's nice and slippery, and it's a lot of fun. Lots of snowmen on every corner.
Nice.
We just had nothing but rain down south. Frank,
Rain,
you got any in
wind,
London?
and COVID. That's all we've got going on right now.
Yeah. Plenty
We
of
have that too.
Happy times.
But in the UK, at least, twice as many people have had at least one dose of the vaccine as currently have COVID. So, you know, that's the right way around.
That's
Yeah.
good, but we seem to be very slow getting through the 80-year-olds. We're only like not even 50% through yet.
We have a lot of them.
There's a lot of them to go through.
Get on with
Just-
it. I want my vaccine.
Jack
I want-
probably
do you
Jack
get,
will
like,
be
a
before
membership
you,
card
won't he,
you can
Curry
crash at
Kitten,
people and
even though
say-
you're an old boy.
No, he's before me because he's older.
I could if
And diabetes is
I only
high
have
on
to get to May, and I'll be in
Mm.
the over 50s category. Go
Oh,
old
wow.
age.
You know
That's
what? I just have to. I need over a month to be over 30 category.
Right, can we mute her? Let's get rid of her.
No,
So
I
do
mean
you-
you can,
And you,
but
Frank.
you can try.
I'll just keep quiet, shall I?
Yes.
No,
You're like
the harshest thing ever.
25 or something.
I've got
Don't
6
listen
months
to
till
him.
I'm 30.
I remember my 30th party. It was brilliant.
You can't remember anything.
That's
Dementia-ridden fool.
I remember that.
Unless
Just about.
it's licking water off a car roof.
I remember that as well.
Oh,
Oh, Jack, be careful.
So,
what
is
you talk about.
anybody getting on with anything vaguely drone or RC related? Is anybody doing any builds? Is anybody reorganizing their backpacks for city living? There's not an awful lot going on, is there? I've been doing inside videos featuring me looking at components and plugging them in occasionally. I had a beeper. That was exciting. I do like a beeper, as you know,
You do like a beeper.
but nothing too exciting. I have to admit, nothing too exciting is going on right now. It's all a bit
I'm clearing through my my batteries, making sure to collect together any old ones to take to work. That's my plan.
What, when you
Both
leave,
the
so it
plan,
blows up.
Well, there's a battery bin at work. I'm just gonna leave them all there. I don't know who's going to empty it, but it won't be my problem by that point. There we go.
Right, send your batteries to
Exactly.
Frank at
Frank at work, London. That's the address. Yeah, no, that's. But on the weekend, me and Tony on Saturday evening, we jumped on a Patreon and did a little live stream of Flying Curry's previous latest.
yeah.
the
The
news happening now.
weather update, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what we had to talk to Blue Owl about, didn't we? Because we tried flying 65 degrees, and we all think you're mental. We couldn't do it.
You're probably right.
It was brilliant for doing inverted yaw spins around the tower,
Uh-huh.
except for Tony, who couldn't
I
quite
couldn't
get his
do
head
it.
around that.
Tony's just like flying around the tower, going, "Am I upside down? No, you're still the right way up."
But
This
just for
was
flying
after
around,
many beers, by the
like
way.
if you want to hover or if you want to just fly, we just found our throttle was full and we kept dropping down and down and down.
Literally,
It's like
it's so
this is
weird.
not working. This is wrong.
Yeah. What was your impression though? What was the first thing you thought?
You're
Well,
mental.
It's can't get
Okay,
that.
okay. Because many people think, and that was also my impression when I first tried it, is that even though you fly like a 6S quad, it's hugely underpowered. You're just lacking power.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you notice that because once you get over, you just load in and like, oh, the sky is very big and the ground is very small, and you're flying around, and it all seems fine when you first take off, and then you're flying towards something at your kind of usual angle, and you're just falling and falling and falling, and like, I've run out of throttle. I'm still falling.
Yeah.
How do I go up?
Maybe you had like a 90-degree angle, not 65.
We started at 65. We definitely did go up to the maximum that Curry Sim allows.
I only allowed 70. I went slightly beyond what Blue Owl was having because I thought no one would go beyond that. That's stupid. I did manage to do. Maybe it needs more practice. I did manage to do like the biggest power loop in the world because it felt like you could fly upside down for a long time.
Yeah, no, but power loops are great in high
All the
tilt.
way over the city and back round again. Although it didn't.
Yeah,
it
no,
wasn't
that's true.
pretty
Yeah, you
to
can
look
do
at.
that. But power loops are great on high tilt. I love them. I don't like flying power loops on low tilt because I still try to maintain both the low tilt and the high tilt so that I can fly in all the places. But power loops on low tilt, you just can't see anything. And on high tilt, you can follow the tree or whatever you're flying around all the time. You can see the object all the time, which is great. It's so relaxing. It just flies very fast, but it's great.
It's very odd.
And
When the
Winterbo's
moon
saying he flies
flies
at 15 degrees, which is that
The
must
opposite.
feel like slow motion all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that was another thing we tried. Was going down to like 0 degrees,
0, yeah.
and Tony was getting us doing. I can't remember who were we copying.
Cricket. He flies at 0 degree angle, so he's just flat. And we were flying up to the crane with the holes in it and trying to just go up and then, slip backwards through it.
Yeah.
And we played hide and seek. That was quite fun.
Hide and seek. How does that work?
Oh, we go. One person goes and hides.
Okay.
One has to go and find them.
All right.
Sounds like
there was
nobody
something-
discovered the radar screen then, where it shows your other position.
I didn't tell Tony about that.
No, don't do that. I stopped my viewing as well. I've stopped the live view that I could see to play. I was playing it properly. What do you mean you were cheating?
Oh, you
First
can
time
do it
round.
you as well,
Yeah.
can't you? That would do it.
So I was like, oh, this would be funny if I can do it and Tony can't. But then Tony did it. I was like, oh, okay, I have to turn the radar off now.
You naughty boy.
Did you play a game of quad or whatever that's called when you have to copy each other's
Oh
tricks?
yeah, we should have done that.
We didn't. We were more focused on like both trying to do the same thing. I mean, 'cause we were like trying to do like the high tilt tricks, or like the trick through the crane, flying through the building, that kind of thing. But we weren't doing a kind of formalized KWAD or whatever.
Okay.
No, but we should next time. Well, we
Next
we
time,
did it
then.
that time we
Yeah.
played Velocitron with Andy and everybody else. We did it, didn't we? At least I don't think we formalised it, but we did like let's copy, name the trick, and then copy it.
That was
Yeah.
so funny. I think that's still one of my highest viewed clips on Twitch.
He got upset about that one because you shared it with Little Right.
Oh no, poor little sausage. He can't help it.
Well, I can safely say I'm glad the V2 goggles from DJI are not that V2y.
No, it sounds
Yeah.
like someone's deleted the one if they had a V1 and just I think Andy made a video about it, didn't he? Just put a little 2 sticker on it, and that seems pretty much the difference.
Yeah,
so you're getting a new
it's the
pair.
frame rate, isn't it?
Say again.
It's just the frame rate, isn't it?
I
Frame
think
rate was
frame
that slightly
rate-
higher resolution or something?
Slightly. I think there
And you
was a
compare it with
built-in
6's
battery, and there's a built-in battery or something. Not a
You
lot.
can have a higher, bigger SD card you can put in it.
Has anyone seen the Comedy Central sketch? I don't know how much we can play, but I've got it saved. I thought maybe we could talk about it if any of you guys want to. It's not very.
Is
Is
this
it a Comedy
the
Central sketch
drone
about DJI
drug
goggles?
deliverer?
It's the what? Pardon, Frank?
Is this about the drone drug dealer?
Yes.
What?
So I thought maybe we could like scroll through it a bit. So it's some guy in like California,
Or something on this.
like, and he's made his own little drug
Obviously it's
dealing,
fake, but
set up. This isn't real FAA, so show your tits. But he's even put like the weed like sticker on his DJI goggles. What else is there? And he's got a lot, man. He's got like the mini, like little 3-inch. It's got some sort of acid dispensing, like for when you're bored of your friends. So like even though obviously you got mouth contact with the doobie, and then the guy opens the mask with a zip, so it looks like, and he's even got a shield on his eyes, which is quite funny.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, and they even like delivers her some mushrooms and a bubble machine to calm his neighbour.
We can all
Thank
do
you
it.
for that, Comedy Central. I don't know whether that's a good look for us drone users, but it was somewhat amusing.
David Barnes said he tried it with a toy quad and burnt his mate's couch.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had everything, like the whoop, everything. You can't post weed even in legal states. No way, Drone Racer. I did not know that.
So what about catnip?
Yeah, I mean, I've done catnip.
You can't post it, but can you transport it by drone?
The trouble is, you know that ingenious idea I had about, like, let's put it in little baggies from the leftover electronics and, like, carry it around with me? Well, last night me and Curry were playing a game, and I forgot salvia is a type of mint, so they'll probably arrest me thinking it's salvia. So I am not going to do that.
Have you been outside though, Jack?
No, of course not. I'm too afraid to even recycle.
Well, because you get arrested every time you leave your house.
So I just look like a criminal. Yeah.
Can't you lob it out the window? Can't you fly your rubbish out the window?
It feels like that sometimes.
Drone-powered recycling.
Yeah.
Well, I might make a little garbage chute out of my window with recycling. Like cut the bottles open and make a big tube, and you feed it all down to the.
That'd work. We really haven't got anything to talk about.
No, I mean,
we had
literally nothing.
The other drone story, another negative one, because I have to say that Comedy Central was quite fun. That it was the what was it? Some paper saying drones could be the new way of terrorism. Basically saying,
oh god, that was
all
a
this
Daily
stuff
Mail
like
one.
coming from the Middle East about credible threats that drones can now be fitted out with bombs. Frank is looking like he's frozen. He's like really scared. We haven't had the disclaimer or anything. But it's just, I don't know why they've suddenly gone, let's go a bit scaremongery, because there's not enough in the world to deal with. We should tell people if they ever recover from COVID and get together, we're going to drop like dirty bombs on them from DJIs now.
And not Jack's got a dirty bombs either.
That would be worse. I'd prefer the nuclear fallout than Jack's fallout.
Oh no.
So I've got. Hang on, let me just close the. So I've got this article from 2 days ago. So it's the Mail Online. Police launch a probe after drone crashes near Chepstow Racecourse during Welsh National Grand National meeting. So, yeah.
Does it really matter? They can't do anything anyway, can they?
No, I don't think so. But that's it. That's all they said. Operators not allowed to fly drones over racecourses.
There was the one. I think I stuck it on Discord a while ago. Of like an A320 almost being taken out by a balloon.
Yes.
That wasn't in like
in the Discord
newspapers anywhere. But that was like pretty extreme. If I can work out where.
Did the rules say you're not allowed to fly over race courses? Because it's normally you can't fly over crowds, and surely there aren't any crowds at the moment because it's all no one's there. It's like you can fly over football stadiums at the moment, and you're not risking anybody but 22 overpaid people running around a green pitch, surely.
They need to have a drone smashed into them.
Is that the round shaped ball or the egg shaped ball?
I'm
I
not
think the
sure.
round one pays more.
You've lost me in the technicalities of sport now.
Yeah.
Oh dear. There we go. This was This was a while ago. This was an A320. It's just like completely taken out by crashing into a little balloon with a load
When you
of
say
streamers
little
and things
balloon,
on.
Well, it's
there
not that
seems to be
little.
quite a
is it?
lot of
look at that. It's like someone's
debris.
at a party.
If that was
It does.
us, we would be
Party
absolutely crucified. They would be hunting us down like dogs.
People would have balloon licensing and balloon registration scheme.
Absolutely.
Is that not a
I'm
thing?
gonna see my Facebook.
Whoops.
Oh,
But yeah, I just have you done, Frank? Have you done anything regards the new law or anything? Have you read anything?
I still haven't got around to reading anything. Like,
Oh.
I'll get around to it at some point. It's not going to happen for a while. I've got multiple people who have been asking me. Painless has been asking me. Winterblue's been asking me. Other people have been getting in touch, asking me to go on and like talk about stuff. And I'm like, I haven't read it. I don't know anything. Don't ask me.
Oh, come
This
on.
is what
well,
happens when you set yourself up as the only person willing to read all that bullshit and pass it into some sort of plain English.
Too much. Yeah.
Come on, you're the translator.
I know. I've really screwed that one up, haven't I? So, yeah.
Is it because you're more you're more interested in like the new project you're working on, or
Well, you know, I'm just a bit busy with
life?
completely recreating every part of my life from scratch. That's keeping me quite
That's
busy
fun.
at the moment. Yeah. But
After
yeah,
it's done.
yeah, exactly. And it's not leaving a lot of time for reading the minutiae of every document that's been released by CAA and EASA and BMFA and FPV UK. Yeah. New year, new Frank, read yourself.
As it takes a sip of a
Ah.
massive drink.
Can we
of
talk about this? We
Yes.
thought about talking about it the other day, didn't we? The linchpin drone.
It
I don't
looks
think
so
anything's
cool.
happened.
Yeah.
since-
There's the guy who's done it.
He's actually done it, has he?
Someone's done it. Yeah, it looks amazing. I will see if
Wow.
I can find it.
Is this the 3D model printed malarkey drone, or is that you know that's in the weird shape?
It's the one.
It's the special shape. The reason I want to talk about it weeks ago was the fact that Terrence guy is literally the looniest man in the world. If you actually read his document that he produced, he wrote a 300-page book. I use the word loosely about how the square of 1 is 2. That is not a metaphor. He actually thinks that. How straight lines don't exist. And
Wow.
I don't even think he thinks that reindeer are real. Because in one of his statements, he talks about, I have to say that Santa's not real, and reindeer, and in brackets, elk, like he thinks reindeer are some sort of elk in disguise. He's just so out there. He's like amazed me. If you read even 5 pages of that document, you'll get stupider.
The
Fact.
cats are lions that haven't grown up yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Tony would find this.
Yeah,
book.
I might.
Yeah. Kindred spirit
think
there,
that
Tony,
they're-
if you can read his
I might
document.
have to see if
Yeah.
I can get his book on. Shall I get him
1
on?
times 1
Yay.
equals 2.
That would be
That's right,
fun.
Tony. And the Earth is flat. Hang on, let me just get the old tinfoil hat on the go.
What I want to know from him, if he thinks 1 times 1 is 2, then what is 2 times 1 equal? Because surely it must be 3 on that logic.
It is.
So angry.
What is this?
This
Is
is
it actually
impressive stuff.
flying?
So,
Or is it-
have we got the details of this? Has somebody produced their own firmware and everything,
Yeah.
and a new controller so it flies in all the
Explain
axes.
what we're looking at.
So it's a modification of ArduPilot that's got the 6
is
degrees of
weird.
freedom built into it, so we can control differently which way it's moving versus which way it's oriented. So we can like change the direction and keep the same place, or change direction as it's flying around, or stay the same orientation and move it in whichever direction he wants. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is definitely impressive. I always thought it was when I first saw the original video that came up. I thought it was, as an exercise in like an intellectual thing. Can you get this flying? I thought it was quite interesting. It was just the fact that this guy's clearly lunatic, and he believes that shape is the only real true shape, and everything else is made up. But some guy's done really well, because you can see that transforming through all its axis and then just flying as it wants. The only problem I had with that competition is Terence was talking about, like, we don't just want to give you the money, we want to partner with you. It's like, geez, if I have to meet him, I don't want the money, because I don't want to be sucked into that crazy world he lives in. That would be bad.
Maybe that's the whole point. You know what I'm thinking? If people manage to make it fly, then maybe 1 × 1 = 2, but we just this is all wrong.
We're all so stupid. All this thing based on original maths that works. If he could just show it working if he uses his new formula. Nicely done.
But yeah, the guy who did it, whose YouTube channel is Mr. Lampeat, he's done quite a bit with ArduPilot and ArduRover, with like sails and sailing and all kinds of stuff that he's done. Stuff with like VR tracking built into like the ArduPilot controls and all kinds of weird stuff. So yeah, definitely an interesting channel to have a look at. Maybe we should get him on at some point.
Yeah, we should try that. We should see if he
gets inducted.
yeah, until he's inducted into Terrence's scary cult of not knowing how squares work. No, I'm not talking to that guy. He frightens me.
Is he in films and stuff?
Apparently, yeah, he was in Empire. He was an actor in that. I never watched, but it's apparently a big series. He's in the UK.
Well, that's impressive. They got that flying.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Looks almost UFO-like, doesn't it?
Oh my god! How the hell?
Remember, it's a
What are you looking
podcast.
at?
People listen to this.
I'm rewatching that video. Like, it just.
Well, that was the clever thing about it, because the idea is you have to fly it completely. You can't fly it with really 2 sticks, because you need another one for the other axis translation. And then no matter what axis it's in, if you want to go up, left, sideways, it all has to work, doesn't it? That's that. So it was mostly like really clever code.
How many
You've
modes
got
on it?
3 sticks.
Yeah, I don't understand why it has to be that shape, other than see previous comments about Terence being a prize lunatic, but that's it.
I think the idea is it's the minimum number of, or the configuration with the minimum number of motors to have full authority in every direction, in every orientation, and for it to be.
Oh yeah, there is that, but he thinks the shape is mystical.
Well.
Oh no, not like those pyramid people.
Worse than that.
Oh no.
Jack, why are you hating the pyramid people?
Is they mental? That's all I can say.
What is all this judging?
No, look, if there was a whole episode of Mythbusters on why you're an idiot, then you're an idiot. Basically. Keystone crap. Yep. Those and everything.
So, what inspired you, Carrie, to do the weather effects in your beta for your simulator?
Because I thought it would be interesting to try and fly in the conditions we're more used to, which is generally not bright sunlight on a very clear day. So I thought it'd be easy to do night, but I found some stuff about how I could just move the sun, and often we fly with the sun in our faces, and then if we add a bit of atmospheric effect to it, then we get a sort of fogging as it goes, and that kind of works. I think I'm just trying to work out exactly how much more resources it's taken up at the moment. Caroline just posted in to say the frame rate dropped too much on her one, so it's going to be sort of a little tick box you can have or not, I think. But also, because I can't draw or anything, it's a way of making the graphics look better without me doing anything. It just changes all the lighting, and I didn't do anything. And I showed you that sunrise picture. I posted it on our Facebook group, and it looked really nice. And I didn't do anything. I just put the sun in a different position. Look at what happens. It works really well.
Whatever
Well,
works.
you'll be having batteries on there next, so they run out.
People asked me if I could. People said, "Could you make it so we lose signal?" It's like, yeah, I could just put something on. It's like it says "fail safe" and drops out of the sky. But I didn't think that'd be very exciting.
No.
Can you
That's
have an
why-
online mode where it just falls out of the sky randomly?
Yeah, we can do spectrum mode where you just like glitches, and
And it goes 3 seconds away.
we
and
can
then
make it
falls.
go all snowy. We can try doing a DJI lose the picture where it just freezes,
Oh God.
but you
For
can
10
still hear
minutes.
it. Yeah.
I did
What
still
do you
have
mean?
a couple of instances where it, for some reason, would reset me, and I don't know why. I
That's
just
an
then
interesting.
just be flying along, happily flying along, and all of a sudden find myself back on the map. And I'm like, oh, it's a bit odd.
Yeah. I did have to change some code after I was testing the weather, and I got hit by lightning, and it broke the quad, and it fell out of the sky. Which I would have left in there if it was a more exciting effect, but you just hear this noise, and then you go plump on the floor. So I
Who's
decided to ignore
clicking?
the fact.
Who's playing with a clicky thing?
Oh, sorry, that was me. Can you guess what the sound is?
Annoying.
Pen?
Pen?
Come on, you must. Anyone who flies.
Or
A
an
switch on your
button?
Tyrannus.
Ah, the trim switch on your Tyrannus.
Also known as the switches
annoying.
that shall not be touched.
Sorry, I'll leave it over there. Yeah.
Have you done anything about the awful colour of your sticks?
No, they're awfully awful
Oh,
green.
can you redo them, please, whilst we're not flying? They're so awful.
Show him. Let's see. What's he on about?
Peeling
Yeah.
one off.
They're like
Army green.
they're Action Man's oldest pants colour.
They're not that bad.
They're horrible.
Dave's pants.
Yeah.
I didn't want on this colour. I asked for a nice anodised green, but that's what come back, and I couldn't be bothered to say that looks shit, mate. Can you do it again? So I
It's a
left
very
it.
military green, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you were probably expecting more of an electric green.
Yes, I did show him what I wanted, but
Color is very difficult, to be fair.
yeah.
There's a reason
I
people
might go
spend
do it
a
again.
lot of money on Pantone. 'Cause
Can they get this colour off and go over it easy or not?
Yes.
I might
100%.
do it. I might do
The
it
only
again.
colour you can't have with anodization's white, I believe, because the particles are too small.
Okay. Well, I might just have it blue.
Anything than that is so bad. I feel sorry for your transmitter. It's
No,
like
I
it's had
don't.
its nipples ripped off and stapled back on after a week being left
I see
out.
we're getting some comments about GoPro and ProTune being removed. Is this because I'm too lazy to do it? I just like stick it into like 1080p 60 and film it. Is this just removed in the app, or is it going in the actual camera as well? Have they updated the firmware
I
to
don't know.
remove it? Because obviously a lot of more pro people rely on ProTune a lot. Not me, too lazy.
Hmm.
Just waiting for the replies there. So far, just removed from the app. But it could happen. They could update the firmware and do all sorts of nasties. What a strange move Hi, there's GoPro. We want to make it less good, so we're going to update the app so you can't do stuff.
Bit odd.
Weird.
I see that they've also done some experimental stuff with it. So they're using the what do you call it? Let's play.
Dementia!
What's a thing called where you turn your phone that way and then that way? What's it called in your phone? Oh, come
Landscape, portrait,
yeah, but what
rotation,
makes it do that?
Your hand
accelerometer.
The
moving.
accelerometer. There you go. Fucking hell,
Yay.
that didn't take long, did it? Anyway, they're in the lab bit of the GoPro. They're using that. You can experiment with that, so you can use it as a dash cam and stuff like that. So when it wobbles, it turns on. So if you got hit, it would record it or something. And then I thought, oh, it might work for us. If we fly and take off, it turns the quad on, and any vibrational movement, it will keep recording. And then when you land and stop, it turns off itself. Don't know if it's would work or not, but might be a good idea to try it.
You could just use the voice commands, I suppose.
Yeah, but you have to speak in an American accent. I'll never get it to work. Oh, I might turn on.
Just
turn
wear
on.
your cowboy hat. It'll listen to
Put
you.
the cowboy hat and go, yeehaw! It turns on automatically.
Oh, the guys are making good points here with ProTune, where it's okay if you've got GoPro 7 or whatever with a screen, but if you're on a GoPro 5, then you haven't got all those options easily available, and that's where you need the app. Unless you can't, so you're screwed.
Yep.
Boo, GoPro. GoPro seems to be they've been losing the plot for a long time. I think they sort of said with the GoPro 9, we're not interested in drone pilots. Go away. And Insta360 seems to be trying to come up to take their place. Not quite there yet, but they seem to be getting further along. They seem to be pro drone anyway, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, I think after the Karma, maybe there's just like the board of directors where anytime the word drone is mentioned, they just get very angry very
Well,
quickly.
they just get a bit of karma, don't they? So, yeah. What happened to Jack? Did he just disappear?
I have noticed he's gone. Yeah, we suddenly taken up more real estate. Where's Jack gone?
Look, Frank's logging into his secret camera.
This is my room. Hey, Frank. I keep having power cuts. This is my
Can't see
room.
Frank.
Exactly, that's the point. It's just a black screen. He's got no light or power or anything. Had a power cut.
Oh, must be snowing hard in Brighton.
Or is it the apocalypse?
It's the beginning of the end. Starts in Brighton, moves northwards.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
it's because of
Next
Brexit,
then.
you see, because there's all the power cables between us and
Could
France.
be.
They've just cut them. Right, that's it.
I mean, no power cuts in Europe, so must be that.
We're not in Europe anymore. There's a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, do you
They've cut the lines.
Do you still remember what it feels like to be a part of Europe?
No,
No.
No.
God. It's not too bad, though.
Has anyone from Andy RC got an SMO camera? What's an SMO camera? Smooth.
Don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know what SMO means, Robin. Let us know, and maybe we can answer. But we don't know. Naked Insta360 is SMO. As in... What? As in... The name for a naked Insta360 is SMO?
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh.
No, I mean, I assumed Painless would have one. Not me. I got a package from Beta 360 over Christmas, and it turned out to be budget FPV goggles to review, which isn't quite as exciting. But I understand my level in the pecking order.
This is the Beta FPV and Insta360. They've got together and made a kind of pre-nakedified.
Apparently called
action
SMO.
camera. Apparently called
I
SMO.
quite like SMO as a word.
Yeah,
It's like someone gave up what the word was halfway through and just
that'll do.
It's the
that'll
sort
do.
of
That's
thing I
enough for us.
wanted, but I think it's like 450 quid once you've got it here.
You did put in an order for that naked GoPro 7, didn't you, Tony? It didn't happen. Are you still wanting to get something like it, or what?
I've seen Andy RC's stuff on it. I wasn't overly impressed on the quality.
It
But I
doesn't.
have-
It doesn't have the nice sort of internal fixing all the little wobbles like the GoPro does it?
No, that's why I haven't done anything yet. But I don't know. Still don't know. I think I prefer the naked hero. To be fair, but at least there is a company, like you say, going in the right direction.
If they keep going and sort the stuff out how we want it to, it could look good. If they're wanting to work with us, and it sounds like they are. It's like, hey, we've produced one that's super low weight. In fact, if you look at Beta, someone asked me a question about Beta FPV actually the other day, and saying should I get the Beta 585 HD, and they've completely scrapped all their traditional HD quads, and all they've got now is their SMO cameras on there, or having like the DJI compatible stuff. What are we looking at there?
I think it's Unmanned Tech's
199.
showing the beta stuff. So obviously there's some in England now. There's all the stuff that I was ordering. I was looking at it was all China.
Oh, there you go. It's slightly cheaper than 400 quid, but
no, it was 450 with the drone and the naked camera or the SMO. I wanted both at the same time, but I could get the naked hero and stick it on something little, but I don't know. Anyway,
I suppose that you haven't got much work on at the moment in terms of professional drone pilots.
no, I haven't had any jobs come in yet. I'm hoping this COVID and weather will change and it'll start to happen, but gotta wait. Gotta wait for them 8-year-olds to get jabbed up. Then we're allowed out.
And everybody
But
else.
if it snows here, I'm going to go for a fly somewhere. I have to go on your own.
And don't forget, you're not allowed to enjoy it if it's exercise.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
It's not for
It's going to be
leisure.
work.
It's just exercise. So that's a
Yes,
problem
it
for you
could
because
be
you have
work.
to sit down to fly, and that's not exercising.
But if he's doing it for work, then it's fine.
Yes. Could be for work.
True. Could be for work.
Or I hiked there and then sat down. And I was
No,
just
because that's
resting.
leisure. If you're sitting down, it's leisure. You have to keep hiking.
Or
If you
I have
take
to
a
lean
small
against the
stationary
wall.
bike with you and keep your legs moving whilst you're sat down flying, that would probably be okay.
Whilst charging your next battery.
Yeah, that works.
A little dynamo there.
Window cleaning by drone, Win Davis says. I have actually seen a window cleaning drone in China. It looked pretty good.
You should definitely try that. Just have a word with one of your clients. Just say, I'm just doing like a comedy skit. I might break a couple of windows. Don't worry, it'll be fine. So see what will happen. I think we should do it in an aggressive way. Just tie a sponge to the front of one and smash into the windows. Let's keep doing that until it's clean.
It's clean because there's nothing there. Nothing.
It's like there's no window there. It's so clean.
It's so clear.
Just don't worry about the shards everywhere. That's okay.
Oh man, I need to go fly. I haven't flown apart from flying on your sim for about, I don't know, 2 weeks probably. I haven't done any more testing on the 7-inch long range stuff.
I suppose we could do some whooping. There's no excuse for not whooping, is there?
There is for me. I haven't got a whoop. Well, I have, but it's not working. I need a new camera and stuff. For
That's
it.
bad. If you can't get Danny over, how are you going to get things fixed?
Oh, exactly. Well, he's downstairs in the cupboards.
I know. You have to keep your distance.
Oh, I know. I've drilled a bigger hole so I can hand stuff through now.
Robin makes a good point about tidying their house for a bit of whooping. If I have to film a video around my house, then I have to like hoover, I have to tidy stuff up, I have to shut off all the rooms that I'm not allowed to look into. It's a lot of effort.
That's suddenly a big project,
Yeah.
not just a little flight.
You can fly out the
just-
windows and back in the windows.
I do like to I
What
open
if-
my conservatory door and go out. I invariably then crash in the wetness outside and have to take off my goggles and go and find it again, which is a pain.
Yeah, crashing's not
Yeah,
good, is it?
I was just gonna say I live on the 5th floor, so if I crash, it's gonna be a long way to go.
If you can sort of make friends with the people below you, imagine the fun you can have flying out, back in, back up the
I
internal
know.
stuff.
You know
That'd
what?
be great.
The old blocks in Prague, they are kind of like a donuts. So you have like a, I don't know what you call it, a garden or a backyard.
So you've
on the
got like an
back, and then
interior.
in the middle. Yes.
Ah.
And then you can fly over the roof. Basically, you can go through the full apartment, which is quite long, and then go over the roof and back. But I don't know. I think I wouldn't dare. Or maybe.
It sounds like
you
a great thing
can't.
to do unless you live there, where people might find out who you are and get upset about it.
Yeah.
If it was a small enough quad, I'm sure no one would mind.
No one will notice.
Yeah, try explaining to old people in Czech that this is just a toy. And this is not a camera. No.
I'm not spying on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Can't see it.
That's
But
a tough
anyway,
sell.
so what's your next project, guys?
Me, I'm going to carry on doing stuff with the 7-inch once I'm allowed out. Even our FPV field's shut, so I don't even know when that's going to be allowed to go flying there. I have to find somewhere else. That's all I'm doing, just working a bit more on that. Anyone else?
I've got loads to do when I go out. I want to go back to do some more on OpenHD because I got to the point of driving around with it. I still need to tune up the 450. I think the 450 was working okay on iNav. As soon as that's fine, I can put my other Raspberry Pi on it and see how it performs. Other than that, I'll just keep messing around with the Sim for now because I can't really do much else other than my exciting indoor reviews coming soon to a YouTube screen near you where I will sit on the floor, look at a piece of stuff and say, this will probably be okay, but I don't know because I can't take it outside right now. That's essentially the summary for all reviews. And then you can make up your own mind about how it performs.
Unboxing video. That's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do the, what is it called? The stop motion stuff. Things unpacking themselves. Is it still cool or not anymore?
Doesn't sound very cool. I mean, most of the last lot of things came in little bags. It's more of an unbagging review where I empty out things. It's like, look, here's some instructions. Here's a beeper. Let's see how loud it is. Oh, it's loud. You'd be able to find this. I'm going to hide it somewhere in my house and see if I can follow the beeps.
Just hide it in the house and see how long it is before someone else in the house finds it and smashes it with a hammer.
Yes.
Well, I do need to get a beeper for the,
beepers.
7-inch. Beepers.
Curry has the videos for you, Tony.
I know. I've watched a few of them.
There are many beepers.
I watched a few of them. I will get one. I need to one what will last 2 days going off in 7 foot of snow. Is that possible? Because apparently we're getting the beast from the east next week.
7 foot of snow?
Well, probably not 7 foot.
7 foot horizontally, maybe.
Yeah,
Just like, this is the 7 foot
that
of
little
snow.
patch.
It's just that much.
Well, we keep getting threatening that it's going to snow hard here, and we don't get any. Just rain.
I saw
I think it's snowing in Leeds, not north.
Project Air. James Walmsley. He had to abandon his car because there was so much snow in Sheffield.
What, today?
Yeah, on
Wow.
Instagram. It looked like a whole centimetre of snow.
Well,
Whoa.
that's it. That's the England shutdown they were telling me.
No, that's it. I would abandon my car as well if I
Yeah.
had 1 meter of snow.
No chance of getting through that. He's done some interesting rocket stuff though lately. Looking forward to those bits actually making it to YouTube. Flight Test been doing a big duct tape plane.
I started to watch that, and then it said "ad in 5, 4," and I went, "Can't be arsed."
Mid-roll. Boo!
Get lost. I literally didn't watch it just because of that. And then they go, "Oh, what did they say? Something like, and our sponsors is these new coffee beans from a rat's arse." They just it's nothing to do with anything to do with flight anymore, is it? It's sponsored by anything and anyone.
It's like this show, right?
I was going to say, you're just jealous, Tony.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's like this show, but without the
From a rat's
sponsors.
arse, please.
You're just jealous that they get paid for talking about things that are completely unrelated to what they do.
I know. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to watch it then, but it's the advert bit.
I haven't watched Flight Test in ages. Is they still the annoying people on it?
Yeah, that laughing
Depends
one.
on who you
The laughing
You have to be
one.
real specific about which one.
The laughing one. He's really
Nah, I
annoying.
don't like him.
I think he's had a baby, so hopefully he'll be off. Now.
What if he watches us right? What if he's watching us right now and
That's a terrible thing.
crying? Yeah, I would be so sad for this guy.
We know they do because there's stuff we've talked about that then they've included in their videos before.
They copy our ideas, don't they, Frank?
Well, I
really
think
good
there's
ideas,
also an element of coming up with the same things because someone else completely has done them before either of us have thought of it. But
I reckon they copied my idea about a bottle rocket powered plane. I took that out like 2 years ago, and then suddenly Flight Test. Oh look, we've made a bottle rocket plane. It's like, oh, that's original. Whatever.
Sponsored by Tampax.
Go on, let's just come up with some stupid ideas, things that we would love to make, but they're just so stupid and dangerous that we would never be able
Next
to.
week they'll be washing windows with drones, guaranteed.
Yeah,
We've talked about it.
Granny's houses, won't they?
That would be pretty cool, though.
Wi-Fi repeater on a plane, just doing a loop.
It may
Well.
already exist.
Done it.
So I don't think Jack's gonna make it back. You know, he's sending me screenshots of
What darkness?
just UK power networks on his phone, trying to kind of work out what's going on. But
Has he lit a candle yet?
Oh, there we
Hang
go.
on. Speak of the devil.
Is his generator kicked in?
Did you put 50p in the meter?
Nope.
Oh, he comes on and ignores us.
His microphone is not working because his mouth was moving. He is saying things and nothing is coming up.
Do we have
We
to
can't
read
read
this
that.
out?
Yeah, I'm having power cuts. This is going to be
There
fun
we go.
tonight, guys. Got a little-
Yeah, missed nothing. We're struggling to talk about anything flight related.
I'm wandering around with a fucking head torch on. Right.
Keep that in case it goes off again, mate.
Yeah. Like, how long story short, yeah, I've got no electricity. You know, like, why bother paying for it? Then it just doesn't work.
Your sound's really crap
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
It's like in Star Trek, he goes, Scotty, divert all power to the video camera, ignore the microphone. We must have pictures, even if we can't have sound.
It's because I have the phantom power not come on all the time.
Make it come on all the time. I can hear you now, that's better. Next week, community video, says Robin FPV. We'll have to think of something. We don't have any guests for a while, unless someone comes up with something.
No guests, no flying. God, it's just been a struggle this week. We do need to definitely think of something next week.
Mhm.
I'm up for having another crack at the flying, either at silly angles or just flying on the simulator on the weekend, maybe Saturday evening.
Let's
People
do
are
silly
around.
angles.
Yeah.
I missed
Saturday
that and I'm
night.
really sad, so we need to do it again.
Saturday night, Frank. I
I
didn't,
Saturday
want to
night,
see
there we
you
go.
all laugh. I'm
I didn't
promising.
think
Saturday
we're
night,
out the
silly.
radar.
Tony could get his Todger out.
Well, you know it's a 10 out of 10.
Did I ever tell you about like my old fridge? I used to have an old fridge and it died.
This is the
and I-
tangent.
Yeah.
What was his name?
No, I had a fridge and it broke down, and I got the other one replaced. And Currys have this warranty system, like this thing where you can recycle your old fridge if you give them like a $5 or whatever.
To explain
Right.
for the non-UK viewers, when he's saying curries, he's not thinking I'm getting the fridge. This is a store.
It's a shop or store.
So
Okay.
anyway, the guys took it, and when they loaded it on the van, there was a photo of Felicity Kendall on the bottom of it. It's a bottom reference, Tony, if you remember.
Sorry, I was not listening. I really wasn't. I was reading the chat.
Wow.
Someone asking, how are you? And I just got
And
forward to
all you
completely
typed
blank.
was bored.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
away.
was applying to the knowledge within.
Well, thank you, Jack, for your contribution to that short period of time that you had power.
Do you reckon that's another power cut? Or
I think that's another power cut.
Or did he just leave because he was pissed off with me?
No, exactly. There was a big pop, so I think that was probably the power on his condenser mic whilst his computer was still shutting down.
Right.
So yeah, I think
Sorry.
that's probably the last of Jack we'll see for a while.
I literally was just like, yeah, I can't be bothered to listen anymore. So don't join us next week.
Don Lads was asking if anyone can join us in the sim. So yes, Curry Sim is free on GitHub, or you can get it on Steam for a small amount of money where you don't have to worry about all the updates and things.
But we do have a 4-player limit generally on multiplayer, and that's because I'm using a cheap ass brackets free version of some infrastructure, which means I have a max number of network messages that can go back and forth, which limits me down to around 4 players.
I don't think he had a power cut. I'm sorry for not listening to you, Jack.
About your fridge.
About your fridge. Yeah, exactly. That's why I switched off. Right, come back and see us off, Jack, because it's gone nearly an hour. Come on, just come and do your bit. Come on.
But yeah, so I'm sure we'll do the same thing. We'll stick it on the patrons as a kind of bonus stream on there.
Come fly with us
But anyone
Saturday night.
can jump in on the simulator. It just might not be the same room that we're in at the time.
Yes, I mean, you can find our room, but if it's full up, then you can't come in. As is the normal thing. But people can always drop out if other guys want to drop in. And we can always set up a Discord room or something. Because if you can't talk to each other, then people are just wandering around, flying past, and it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. There was someone who was on the simulator when I got there, and I assumed it was Tony and was just chasing him around for like 20 minutes, thinking it was Tony.
Even though it wasn't Tony or didn't have my name, Tone Star, or nothing like
Well, I
that.
just assumed you just hadn't put anything sensible in the name and just mashed the keyboards because that's what it looked like.
Sounds like Tony. Yeah, something he
probably
would
Tony.
It wasn't though.
But it wasn't.
But
Like,
thanks.
after 20 minutes left, and I was like, message Tony, like, I assume that's you. He's like, no, I'm not on the simulator.
I wasn't. It was definitely someone else. Oh dear. So next week we're talking washing up, how to iron, EastEnders,
Sounds
Neighbours,
like my week at work.
and some cooking shows. Oh God! What are we going to do next week? We need to have a brainstorm.
We'll come up with things, I'm sure, when we're flying around.
We can
on
talk about it, but
simulator.
we can all come up with a little bit that we want to talk about. If you want to find some videos that we want to talk about or critique, we could always do that. That's always good for something.
We
Oh,
could do
Don Lads
that.
is saying one of them might have been me. You might have been flying with Don Lads. What was the username, Frank? Do you remember?
It was
Random keyboard mash.
it was yeah. Some
Don, when you
letters
type,
and
does it
a
look like
number,
this?
maybe.
that would maybe be it.
But yeah, me and
Just
Frank
downloading
be flying Saturday night. I don't know what time. Probably
And anyone else
before I
wants to
get
know.
drunk. So probably 6.
AM.
Very funny, Blue Al.
Yeah.
Ah, dear. Jack's not coming back to see us off, is he?
I don't think so.
No. I
Why
don't
did he
think
get the
so.
Because I didn't listen to his stupid fridge story.
That was pretty mean.
Oh dear. Right, Frank, you can do the honours. Come on then,
All right.
you come say goodbye. That way.
There we go. Right. Thank you very much. You have all been listening to Let's Drone Out. This week we have been joined by Curry.
Goodbye.
We've been joined by Blue Owl.
Bonjour.
We've been joined by Tony.
Bonjour.
She says it with a much better accent, Tony. Like she can actually speak French or something.
Mine's from Del Boy. It's not a French thing.
We were previously joined by Jack until his electricity ran out. And he's
And
been
then
joined
his
by me.
rage
Frank.
quit.
Join us next week when we'll have come up with something to talk about, hopefully. Until
Maybe.
then,
Maybe.
bye.
Won't be fridges.